What is going on, everybody? Froggy Stonks here. Nothing I say is financial advice, entertainment purposes only. Not a financial advisor. Bullshit. Let me tell you guys what's going on right now. The American investor, the European investor, the South American investor, the Northern American investor, the Australian investor, the Spain investor, the Japan investor, the China investor, every Russia, Ukraine, doesn't fucking matter. We are all being defrauded by the elites who run the global financial system, the US stock market, most importantly, which is the only market that has not banned payment for order flow, that has not banned high frequency trading and algorithmic functional trading. It's bullshit. What we are seeing is not just a global market collapse. We are seeing the repeat of 2008 with the mortgage-backed security products being over-leveraged due to institutions giving loans to people who can't afford them, moral hazard in lending, and absolute insanity. The can got kicked down the road, and instead of clearing the debt by doing morally correct things, what has happened is they had doubled down on mortgage-backed securities. Credit default swaps are through the roof, higher than they were back in 2008. And now we have another problem. We have market makers, prime brokers, institutions selling shares of stock that does not exist. That's probably been happening since 2008, which many people have pointed out. Now we have this quadrillion-dollar global financial crisis on our hand. And what happens every time countries inch towards a global financial crisis? What happens? We have war. Poor people do not start wars. I've been to war. I fell into the hyped up nationalist United States of America got attacked on 9/11. Let's go attack Iraq and remove Saddam Hussein, when it was actually Saudi Arabians who were 75% of the people who had hijacked the planes that attacked 9/11 trade towers. This video will probably get banned for me saying that. We lost hundreds of thousands of US soldiers, hundreds of thousands of Iraqi lives, hundreds of thousands of Iranians, hundreds of thousands of Syrians, and multiple other people from multiple other countries that were in that fucking war that caused this entire situation. A Perfect Circle is playing in the background on my TV. Let's have a war. It's not a song, it's a prophecy. Anytime the elites start to lose power or start to lose their financial status in the world because the average ape wakes up, stops drinking the Kool-Aid and starts getting smart, they start conflict. It's insane. We now have the highest inflation that any country has seen since the 70s. We have a proxy war going on between the United States and Ukraine. Basically another Cold War with the same politicians who have been in office for over 50 fucking years that are absolute zombies full of freaking Botox surgery, liquor, and pills running this world into the fucking ground while they steal every dime that we have in our retirements and force the cost of food to go up to where the social elites come out and tell us in YouTube videos, you should eat crickets. I'll tell you what, man. I've had it. I've had enough of this shit. I've had enough of this stuff. And it doesn't even stem just from AMC or GameStop or any of it. AMC, GameStop, BBIG, the ape movement, the meme stocks. This is the start of the biggest revolution in the world. That the small guy, the little lady, the women, the men, the brothers, the sisters, the cousins, the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, we've had enough. We have had enough of our money being stolen every 10, 15 years, our retirements being wiped out because BlackRock, Barclays, USB, Citadel, Bank of America, I can name a million of them, over leverage, get into bad plays, and then go drink their cocktails and their little dinner parties with their elite social status, coming out and coming up with these ideas of how to defraud the normal, average, everyday Main Street worker, investor, all of it. This is the deal. The U.S. stock market is completely fraudulent. We've heard this before. The Big Short, Michael Burry. It is possible we are in a completely fraudulent system. And after he found out that the U.S. housing market was completely fraudulent, you know what he did? He went and contacted the U.S. government. He went and contacted the SEC. He went and contacted them all. And you know what happened? He got turned down, pushed away, and even tried to be prosecuted for it. You know what happened in 2008 when the U.S. stock market collapsed? One guy went to jail from Europe. And funny enough, it was related to Credit Suisse. Guess who's going out of business now? Especially, it's funny that Credit Suisse is almost going out of business, having a fire sale on all their assets, like the Savoy Hotel in Zurich. They can't even sell their headquarters. And even more funny, this started when the Pope at the Vatican decided to say, withdraw and recall all Vatican assets back to the IRO. 5.5 billion in assets recalled back to the IRO on September 30th. Not even a week later, Credit Suisse having trouble. Ken Griffin. Gabe Plotkin is the greatest investor of our generation. Mr. No Blink. Jesus. Gabe Plotkin's out of business. Tried to re-roll his fund and got shut down. His reputation's over. You know what happened after that? Ken Griffin gave him $2.5 billion on loan and recalled most of that already. After Gabe Plotkin went long on Facebook, while everybody else was shorting it, almost like Ken Griffin said, hey, we're going to give you this money, but go long on these blue chips so we can short you and maintain our position. We have banks in China having runs on them. We have a UK energy crisis. Bills are through the roof. A pack of pork chops is $11 freaking right now. And every time I go to the grocery store, I see single mothers walking through the aisle trying to figure out what they're going to feed their kids, because even with 2 jobs, they can't fucking afford it. It's insane. I did not serve in the military to come home and see this country and the rest of the world go to shit because these social elites need to put their freaking multi-million-dollar yacht under a bridge that they have to take down. This is fucking insane, you guys. It's absolutely insane. This is not how life is supposed to be. This is not how the world's supposed to operate, and everybody's finally waking up to it. The only people with money that I've seen trying to do the right thing that get attacked nonstop, you got Ryan Cohen, you got Elon Musk, you got a couple other people out there trying to do the right thing, and they're instantly attacked. And anything you say about them, you get canceled for. Most of my social media accounts in the past have been banned. It's absolutely insane. Let me get to this point here. Wes Christian, Texas lawyer, started a nonprofit, nakedtruth.com. Here's a letter they made, and let me read this to you. It's a John Doe John Doe shareholder letter. Example to a manipulated company. Freaking Ding Dong himself, Mr. Mad Bunny, said, oh yeah, that's a fixed company. That's a controlled company. He knows what's going on. Jim Cramer gets paid to tell you to buy certain stocks so your grandma and grandpa go out and throw their money into it and lose it when he says buy Netflix at the all-time high and it drops 80%. Dear sirs, ma'ams, I am a shareholder of AMC Theaters. After reviewing certain public trading data, reported short interest price, and related data points, it is clear to me that the common stock of AMC or the preferred stock, APE, is being manipulated in various ways, including but not limited to the issuance of phantom shares. Ooh. Call the Winchesters. We got a ghost. That are sold but not delivered. It is my belief that you, as an officer or director of the company, owe each shareholder a duty to determine, as soon as reasonably possible, who is committing these illegal acts against the company. In that regard, it is my understanding from James West Christian that he believes he, along with a company named Share Intel from Connecticut, have a proprietary system that allows them to determine with a high degree of certainty who is selling stock of AMC or APE and not delivering it. Failure to delivers. APE had 43 43 million failure to delivers on August 22nd through the 24th, the day of its issuance. Swing trade from Mars on Twitter. Smart dude, man. This guy's awesome. I have ran the data for all 2002. Ape had more FTDs on its first 2 days of trading compared to any stock not on the OTC in all of 2022 for the New York Stock Exchange. Any stock. CEO Adam, I respectfully ask, is this not proof of maleficence by prime brokers and market makers with our stock? Who Adam Aaron has said in a call, we don't have any reliable evidence, but we are going to contact the NYSE about failure to delivers that have happened in the past. We plan to do so in the future, and I'm going to play the clip of him saying that right now.
You said that because we have no reliable information and we are a public company and securities laws are quite precise about what the CEO of a public company can say and cannot say, that the best thing for us to do is make no comment. It doesn't mean that we're not looking carefully at what's going on around us. And I will disclose today, for example, something you are not aware. I know that one of the many concerns that you will voice is something about failed to deliver shares. You should know that we have contacted the New York Stock Exchange on more than one occasion over the past year to inquire of the exchange about the failed to deliver shares in the AMC stock. And I wouldn't be surprised if we do that again in the near term. So
addressed it himself, and I give him props for doing that. But after 43 million failure to delivers, and he may be in the background right now fighting the legal battle of a lifetime. I don't know, because I'm not privy to that information as a shareholder. We need a statement from the company officially on the event of the 43 million failure to delivers. Back to John Doe. In that regard, it is my understanding from James West Christian, blah, 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 with a high degree of certainty, selling of stock of AMC and Ape and not delivering, these illegal activities have substantially damaged me and my fellow shareholders. You. As such, I believe it is imperative you contact Share Intel. Attention, David Wenger, CEO, immediately to discuss retaining his services. His contact information as follows. You see it there. You can go to nakedtruth.info. You can pull this letter. You can email it directly to AMC Investor Relations. You can print it, sign it, mail it to AMC Investor Relations. If you've never been there, here's the website. Put attention CEO Adam Aaron and make sure you add John Merriweather. Here's the information right there. What is happening is absolutely insane. Not only is this addressed in multiple data points such as Swing Trader Mars is putting out, but also by lawyers like Wes Christian who have created nonprofits like nakedtruth.inc. You have supporting documents. This website has everything you need. Cases prosecuted by Wes Christian. Different scenarios of letters you can send for free. You have articles. Here's a list of complaints. Harrington, amended complaint. Hyperdynamics. OSTK. Overstock.com. Headquarters. Sidonia. Transfer files. These charges have been filed and prosecuted in the past. They've been fined in the past, and we have proof of what we're saying is true. Barclays and UBS just got hit by big penalties from FINRA and other institutions and regulators for the selling of synthetic shares, naked shorts. This is what is happening to our price action right now with Ape. Ape failed to deliver 43 million FTDs on day one. 43 million. 43 million times 8 is literally like $433 million within a freaking 6.5 hour period on the US stock market. And when we ran, and I'll pull it up. Let me pull up my chart, and I'm still using Webull for charting. I do not invest with them. I do not recommend investing with them. I need to switch to a different charting platform to set a better example. But here's the problem. Ape. Boom. We ran from $5 to $6 all the way to freaking $10.30. And of course, it's not letting me go to it. Right here, $10.50 in the matter of 30 minutes. And within a matter of 30 minutes, we had 13 halts. We ran 1.7% price discovery per freaking minute. And if that would have played out through the day, even with 13 halts every 30 minutes at 1.7%, with 43 million shares being bought in that first period, we would have seen approximately estimated $349 per share. What they did is they waited. The FOMO came in. They shut down the buy orders. They didn't have any shares to sell because 90% of retail already owned every ape that was supposed to be distributed. They delayed the ape dividend distribution for 8 days. Mainly don't even sell it in other markets in Europe. And what happened is they threw all your orders in the dark pool. They gave you IOUs in return. What happens when you buy a share from a market maker that does not exist? There's no originated buying pressure, meaning those people who sold you the share never originally bought it from the company, meaning you now have a phantom share out in the market that is going to dilute the price of the stock. And they do this on purpose, because if you can sell endless phantom shares to knock the stock price down and you time it and you plan it with your other buddies, guess what you're going to do? This entire stretch right here, you're going to open a short position. You're going to short the shit out of the stock. You're going to sell endless phantom shares, take all of retail's money, throw it in the dark pool, use our own liquidity against us. Let me tell you this. Here's a big surprise. Guess what? The only unleveraged cash in the U.S. stock market right now is retail investors. Trillions of dollars of legitimate money, one-to-one, in the U.S. stock market. Now, this is insane. I still believe APE is going to work. I believe APE is a mechanism to transfer money from one side to the other. The market makers know they're going to sell endless shares. They know this. They know we're not leaving. But they cannot stop selling us phantom shares, because if they did, it would be an admission of a limited supply. And therefore, our demand would surpass supply, the stock would squeeze, and they would go out of business. What they did is they said, this is probably engineered with the SEC, with FINRA, with AMC, with everybody involved. They're all fucking suits. I don't care what you say. They said, let's sell endless shares, but we'll allow AMC theaters to sell these APE to raise cash. Because what they do is they're going to sell APE, and then these people who have sold the endless synthetic shares are going to come in and buy APE on negotiated deals with Adam Aron and AMC through Citigroup, Citi Global. So now some of the IOUs, the 425 million APE they're going to sell, some of those IOUs will now be filled with that originating buying pressure. Meaning the buying pressure that never existed when they sold the share to you that was fake is now going to be filled, and we'll see price discovery. AMC will raise a bunch of money, but the squeeze is limited. Meaning the $70 mark, you'll never probably get back to there again or over it. What they're doing is they're limiting the squeeze. They're kicking the can down the road, and Adam Aron knows this, so he's taking the advantage to raise money through APE. And he'll raise billions of dollars, and this could go on and on and on. But the problem is these people that are doing the illegal activities are going to live to see another day. They're going to continue doing this to other companies that we're not going to catch on to and destroy them. This is all it is, guys. This APE, the APE, is going to raise a shit ton of money, and we're going to see some good price action, and you'll probably have a chance to take profit, but it takes the squeeze off the table. The only reason people wanted to squeeze at this point, I didn't even care about the money. I wanted these asshat people who are over leveraging, who are ruining everybody's pensions, who are ruining everybody's 401k to go out of business so they can't do it again. The future of the global financial system is retail. It is us. We're the only ones that have money on cash, not margin, to do things properly and morally. And until we go to a blockchain system where there's a public open ledger of how many shares are traded, when they're traded, by serial number, this is going to continue to happen. Our kids are going to deal with it, and our grandkids are going to deal with it. It's absolutely freaking insane. So this is what I tell you all. It's time to fight back. It is time to stop with the cult crap that you can't question Adam Aaron. I have much respect for Adam Aaron, but there's things going on right now that we need answers for. It's absolutely disgusting. You can fight back by this. nakedtruth.info. Go to this website. Go to the homepage. You can go down to this John Doe letter, click on it, open it, copy it, paste it, fill out all the blocks, email it to AMC Investor Relations, to this email here, attention CEO Adam, attention John Merriweather, or print it and mail it even better, and then post online that you did it. You have a right as a shareholder who has lost over 80% of the APE dividend that was issued to us in the most irregular manner ever. We didn't even vote for this. We didn't ask for this. It was issued, it was delayed issued, it was issued wrong, and then we have lost over 80% of it on market fraud. You have the right to question what's going on. The best way to do it is to get share intel into AMC. It'll cost AMC $37,000 for this proprietary system to get set up in AMC to monitor stock flow, which they've done with multiple companies in the past. They have all their examples online. They have 2 or 3 or 4 big time lawyers that have busted other firms in the past that have had problems with naked shorting. The biggest thing about this is they're not going after the board. They're going after the market makers and brokers. What they do is they put their software on the computer of said company AMC that requests and monitors information from brokerages that'll give you a reconciled share count for $37,000. We spent $25 million on a commercial with Nicole Kidman that Saturday Night Live remade 10 times better and funnier for probably a couple $100,000. Excuse me. This shit's insane, you guys. You got to stop drinking Kool-Aid. You got to wake up. Anybody who says it's illegal or immoral to question Adam Aaron is wrong. And most of the time, the people that say that have a fake profile picture on Twitter. They have a fake account name. They have no claim to who they are, and they have no consequences to face for saying what they say. On the other side, you have people like me, Terrible, Swing Trade, PJS out there telling investors, you have a right to question what's going on. You have a right to defend your investment and your money. This is insane. It's insane. You don't say checkmate, and you don't say that we're gonna this is the end game and this is all this and all that, and then we turn around and lose 80% on a stock with not a single word coming out from the board of directors. Not even that. Back in November of 2021, I called out Stephen A. Colanero, who was basically the number 2 at the AMC board of directors, and I said, why is this guy on the board? He's the one who worked for Radio Shack and Blockbuster when they went out of business, and he's on the AMC board of directors. And when I called that out and we brought that to light after everybody was done attacking me and my crew, he quit after he sold every single freaking share he owned. At the same time, Adam Aaron, CEO Adam Aaron, sold over $30 million in stock above $20 a share. Adam Aaron got paid. The board of directors got paid. Nicole Kidman got paid. Wall Street's getting paid. We saved the company. He admitted it. Guess who's not getting fucking paid? You. Trust the process. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. We've been doing that for over 2 years, man. You know what I would do if I was a short seller? If I was a short seller, you know what I would do? I would infiltrate Twitter. I would make an account with an ape picture and put 801 ape. I would tell people, hey, what are you doing questioning Adam Aaron? What are you, a shill? I would start a psyop, and I would tell you guys to not say shit like that against the CEO of the company because he's the silverback. Because you know what happens when apes are stupid and quiet? You lose. You don't raise a stink. Adam Aaron doesn't feel the pressure. He doesn't know what you want. He sits back and says, I guess everything's good. Nobody's complaining. They're going to hold the stock. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. And down, 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 down we go. Share price going down endlessly. No end to it. If I was a short seller, I would want you dumb and silent. And that's where we went this past 6 months. And now that we're raising a stink, people are coming out and trying to attack us. People are coming out and attacking me, GME Maxis, other YouTubers, because I get on here and make noise. And then I even come out and post my earnings and give away all my money back to you guys, back to the community in the form of AMC gift cards. They don't want that. That's ruining the grift. And I'll tell you right now, these big YouTubers that have been out there for a long time, they're compromised, man. Hey, sell your ape, buy AMC. Well, guess what? Guess what the hedge funds need right now? Guess what the market makers need right now? They need your ape that was delivered in dividend form. That's the only way they get out of this. They delayed the ape dividend 8 days so they could try to get people who received it first to sell so they could rehypothecate, flip it, move it around. It's absolutely insane, you guys. Now, I got a lot of respect for a lot of people. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that put out really good shit. Bigum's put out Phase 6. Blunt's put out Executive Order 1439-2, whatever. Trey put out a lot of good shit, blah, blah, blah. But there's a problem. On YouTube, when you start taking super chats, when you start taking YouTube ad revenue money, and you start pushing Discord subscriptions, you become compromised. Because then you're worried about paying rent, you're worried about making YouTube money, instead of telling the truth to people who need to hear what's really going on. That's why I give every dollar I get away back in AMC gift cards to the community. I don't need the YouTube money. I'm set up, I'm fine, I'm down on my position right now, but I have my life set up and I don't bet money that I can't afford to lose. This is insane, man. You guys bought ape. We should have squeezed January 27th. FINRA basically waived billions of dollars of collateral that Robinhood couldn't afford and had to pay. And guess who owns Robinhood? Citadel. Ken Griffin, under oath in Congress, and I quote, let me be perfectly clear. Not at all, not ever. We did never talk to Robinhood. Motherfucker, there's emails that we have from the GameStop report that the House Financial Services Committee put out. We see that Citadel was talking to Robinhood, and Robinhood was talking to other people talking about this and that, and we got to fix this. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, you guys. January 27th, we should have squeezed to thousands of dollars. The play should have been over. Certain entities like Robinhood should have went out of business, and the market would have functioned correctly. But the SEC, FINRA, the DTCC, Robinhood, Citadel, a bunch of Congress people got together and said, oh, it's too big to fail. But don't worry, we'll handle this in the back room, and they'll lose their money and everything will be fine. And then what happens? We get the House Financial Services Committee, which is made up of a bunch of ancient fucking zombie vampire politicians, came out with this report that was stifled and delayed, and the SEC blew it off and nobody cared. And it basically says there was massive market fraud this day. The DOJ is nowhere to be seen. And the Congress people who questioned Ken Griffin, Vlad Tenev, and made the GameStop report are off on other things, attacking banks instead of handling things where they belong. Guess what? The banks don't matter because the banks are worried about what's going on in the stock market. This shit is absolutely insane. It's time to fight. It's time to get serious. It's time to quit getting on Twitter and Facebook and all these other Reddit groups and everything and going, you're a shill if you question the stock, if you question Adam Aaron. The stock is at all-time lows. We're getting close to Christmas. People can't afford gas. People can't afford food. I see people getting kicked out of the apartment complexes every freaking week, man. How much more do you guys need to know? It's not ape versus ape. It's not who's the most popular YouTuber. They started a freaking proxy war. We're on the verge of a nuclear war over in Ukraine because the elites need to cause a scene to get us away from the stock market. It's stupid. Wake up. It's absolutely insane. Stocks don't go from 9 to 30, from 9 to 31, from 9 to 27, from $1.90 to 72 unless there's fraud. If there was no fraud, the market would be balanced. People would get an average rate of return, maybe make a couple good plays here and there on fraudulent companies or good upcoming companies. But since 2001, the stock market has been nothing but a big fraudulent game to consolidate money to special pools for special interest in globalist elitist funds so they can do whatever they want running around the world while you pay $12 to afford pork chops or $5 or $8 for a gallon of gas, because that's what, then you're at home, you can't go nowhere. Hey, but by the way, now celebrities are out there going, hey, you should eat crickets. It's no positivity. It's no, be more positive. Do this, do that. You are being robbed of your money on taxes, on your investments. Your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, everybody's 401ks are being drained because institutions that sell stock to other institutions who make 401ks, say all the pensions and all the funds who hold AMC, right? AMC Theaters, California Teachers Pension Fund. They buy that for their retirement because they think there's a play there. And then the market makers who sold that, who run the fund, go out, short the stock, and then sell phantom shares into the market, draining everybody's retirements. Absolutely insane. Travis Barlow, I get you're upset and you're trying to motivate everyone, but get out of the angry, everyone doesn't help. Let's talk solutions. We already did talk solutions, Travis. This is how you do it. You go to this website, you get this letter, you file it with AMC Theaters and CEO Adam Aron, and you tell them to take action. The whole kumbaya, don't be angry, don't question everybody is bullshit. It's couch sitter warriors who never do anything but get on Twitter and look for likes instead of taking real action. If you're not filing FOIA requests, if you're not filing SEC and FINRA complaints, if you're not talking to lawyers, if you're not sharing this letter and sending it to AMC Theaters, the CEO, and everybody else, you're wasting your time. The stock's going to continue to go down, and all the people who go, no, man, just keep buying and holding. I've already proved to you that buying endlessly on an unlimited supply dilutes the stock price down to nothing. That's what's going to happen. This is going to dilute down to nothing, and then a bunch of apes are going to panic and go, fuck this, man, I'm out. And they're going to take their $2,000, blow up their portfolio, their $50 and get out. And when they sell, then the price is going to run. And they're going to be mad. People are going to commit suicide. They're going to go insane because they basically got Bogdanov. Pump it, dump it. Everybody's falling for it. They're still falling for it to this day. It's absolutely insane. This is how we win. You direct register your shares with ComputerShare. Any new shares you buy of AMC, you buy them from ComputerShare. You send this letter in mass to the AMC board of directors and demand action. Adam Aron in 2019 admitted that they were victims of some short selling that didn't seem logical. He did the video with Trey with naked shorts, this and that, blah, blah, blah. We have proof of Barclays and UBS selling phantom shares, failing to deliver. No other stocks failed to deliver 43 million FTDs. Why is AMC the only stock with an 80-90% dark pool buy ratio that Gary Gensler admitted himself, while Cinemark is under 10% dark pool transfer? If you guys want to keep sitting back and going, oh, everything's going to be okay, trust the process, you're going to be sitting here until 2028 and the stock ain't going to go over $10. Guarantee it. We might hit 20, we might 15, 20 for a quick pop, and people might sell and get out of the play and get back in. And then there's going to be a bunch of investors who don't understand how to take profit that are going to end up bag holders again. And we're going to be sitting here for the next 4 years. People were here for MOAS. They were here for the squeeze. They were here for market justice. And we turned into, just chill and wait. And I'm sure all the billionaires are finally going to pay us out one day. Fucking delusional, man. The squeeze got robbed from us because the SEC, FINRA, the DTCC, and all the regulators in Congress and these big market makers and brokers said, let's just sell endless securities. And if you go read the GameStop report from the House Financial Services Committee, you will see that the CEO of Apex Clearing said we have endless liquidity. You know what happens when people say we have endless liquidity? We can print endless money. You know what happens? They destroy the global financial system, and we revert back to the 1929 era where people are homeless, there's no food, nothing's working because of fraud, while the elites sit in their high towers and keep doing what they're doing, waiting for the next round so their kids and grandkids can continue the process. I'm honestly disappointed in a lot of people lately for the inability to admit that it's time to take action. That I'm going to sit on my couch and wait. I think the billionaires are going to let us win. Adam Aaron's going to do the right thing. You don't know Adam Aaron. Nobody knows. You don't know who he is. He's been a suit his whole life. He was with Apollo Global. Do I think his head and heart are starting to get in the right place over the past year? Yeah. I see he's starting to jive with the apes. But is he really with us? You don't know. I want to have a CEO that I can have absolute faith in and go, dude, you fucking rock, man. And I'll tell you what, if he comes out and does the right thing and this thing pops off and AMC's debt free and we reach share prices of $60, $70 again, I'll come out and admit I'm wrong all day. I'll tell him he did a good job. I'll take him a freaking edible arrangement. But this shit's got to end, guys. We got to take action. File this letter with AMC. Here's the website, nakedtruth.info. This is a legit thing. It's a nonprofit set up by Wes Christian. Here's the Jane Doe letter, and all the examples of the case they prosecuted in the past are on there. The entire work history, what Share Intel does. For $37,000, Share Intel can go in there, get the data direct from the brokers, and we will have a reconciled share count and reliable evidence and proof that our stock and we are being defrauded. Either way, that's it. I'm done ranting. You guys choose. You want to keep sitting here and letting the stock get destroyed, our company go to shit, and you lose your money right before Christmas? Or do you want to take action? The two ways I can say to do it. Look into direct registering your shares by transfer or buy AMC shares directly from ComputerShare. Meaning you go to computershare.com, 4 blocks down on the main screen, it'll say stock purchase. If you don't have an account, the first thing you do is click that stock purchase button. And as you're setting up your first stock purchase, just go buy like 5 shares. All you got to do is facilitate that stock purchase. And in between, at the same time, you are going to be filling out your personal information to set up your account. Takes 7 days. You'll get an email. You're going to get texts and emails like crazy. The 7 days later, you'll get a confirmation verification email, and you'll be able to log into your account. And you'll start getting these little brown envelopes in the mail that say AMC on them. AMC picked ComputerShare to be their registered transfer agent. Dr. Strange, Dr. Strange, Dr. Strange. Even Adam Aaron said there's only 4 brokers that issued my ape dividend correctly in a tweet. One of them is ComputerShare. Every 13F most companies file, they're filing 13Fs and they're using ComputerShare to direct register their stock. ComputerShare, when you register a stock with ComputerShare, they pull it from the DTCC, taking it off the market, meaning it's on AMC's books, can't be loaned, can't be shorted. It's that simple. Everybody's overcomplicating everything. It's that simple. While all the other YouTubers are walking away, I don't know what they're doing. Much respect to them, but they're bailing out. Maybe they're still holding their positions. We're not. It's time to actually fight. No more grifting. No more bullshit. Adam Aaron, we want answers on what is going on with AMC common stock and ape preferred stock, because we know they are selling us phantom shares, which is diluting the price down to nothing. From what I read from the 8K, I think it's going to work. From what I read from the prospectus, I think it's going to work. But you went from checkmate, you went from eat crow to complete silence. And I'm not saying you got to come out and say, yeah, we sold this institution 300 million shares at $20 a share and blow your whole deal apart. But come out and just say, I hear your concerns. They are being read. They are being facilitated. Everything's okay. Eric Finman, Elon Musk, Ross Miller, even Diane Garrett's coming out and wearing fucking rocket pins on her vest saying everything they're doing. Diane Garrett's a boss, and Highcroft Mine's even being attacked. Anyways, that's it. That's my video. I appreciate y'all. Please like, subscribe, share the video. I don't take a freaking dollar from any of these. I'm going to be handing out $450. I don't know. It's all estimated now, but I posted the estimates and the analytics. It looks like $415 at the end of the month in AMC gift cards on our Twitter space calls. I'll be handing those out with Terrible, Swing, PJS, the rest of the crew. I will not take a dollar personally from my YouTube. I don't need it. I don't want it. The only reason I did this and monetized is because I saw the potential in giving AMC gift cards out off of the money that Google sends me, because guess who's long on Google? Citadel. Anyways, you guys have a good night. You take care. I am not selling my freaking stock. I'm not doing it. I'm going to continue to buy AMC stock on ComputerShare through direct registration. That's the only place I will buy it from now on. I will not buy any more shares on the open market, because all you're getting is IOUs. They're phantom shares. They're diluting the price. Everybody tweet Adam Aaron, CEO Adam, John Merriweather, AMC Board of Directors, Gary Gensler, and say we have proof of synthetic shares being sold into the market. Look at the freaking poll we ran on Twitter. And even with an 80% margin of error, it's still over 1 billion shares. Oh, of course, I did a new thing. Let me scroll down to it. Oh, come on, where are you, poll? There it is. How many ape do you own? 5,044 people voted. 26.1 own 500 shares. 29.2 own at least 1,000 shares. 16.9% own at least 3,000 shares. And 27.08 own at least 5,000 shares. That's not accounting for all the people who own 10 shares, which is in the millions, and all the people who own 30,000 shares. And guess what the results came to? And these aren't even updated all the way. This is as of, this is only 1,426 people who voted with 4 million shareholders. That's 9.8 billion. I did further updates. 2919 voters with 2 million people. That's 4.8 billion. At the max with 800,000 AMC shareholders, guess what happened? We're still over 1.5 billion. That's all I'm going to say. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow. I'm probably taking a break tomorrow. Taco Tuesday. Hopefully turnaround Tuesday. Here's my thesis, though, at the end of all things. Remember what I said in the one video. Ape is a way to raise a bunch of money. Ape is a way to facilitate the phantom shares to give them originating buying pressure. October 21st, we have a lot of call option activity with a lot of puts being sold with a max pain of $10 to $11. And then November 7th, there are multiple bonds that are callable, meaning Adam Aaron can go and buy those back from the debtors. And the big thing about the bondholders is right now they're making 24% annual interest rate, and they're going to get paid a premium for these bonds to be closed out. But if he does, we roll into 2023 in a big Q4 with that much less debt and the biggest movie lineup, I think, since the Avengers first came out. So you guys have a great night. Much